Hello guys, in this video we will give functionality to our app which we designed in the last video. So this is the app. First let's see the design. Apart from giving functionality, we will also add a new feature in our app, this sorting feature. Like there will be an icon besides this search icon, sorting icon. When we click on this menu item will open. Like here we can sort in these ways. Now let's see what these states in Jetpack Compose is. State is any value that can change during the execution of your app. So what does this mean? Like in our app, when we click on this search icon, then our search bar will show up. And when we click on this close icon, this search bar will go away. So this is the state that search bar is showing or not showing. So this value is changing. So this is the state. And also there will be a list of actors. So when we search some name in this search box, then some other list will come up which consist those letters. So this list of actors is also a state because this is also changing. So other states can be when we click on this sorting icon, then this sort list will sort menu will come up. And when we click anywhere else, this sort menu will go away. So this is also a state. This search menu is visible or not visible. So this is also the state. So in this way, we will keep all these states in a data class, and we change all these states in the view model. Why we keep all these states and change in the view model? Because view model can survive the screen rotation. So because of that, we keep all our states and change them in view model. So first we will add this sort icon in our UI design, and then we will create a view models for keeping these states and changing. Here in this famous actor screen, there is a top app bar. This top app bar. Here there is a row, and in that row there is a first there is a text famous actors, and there is a icon button of that search. So first let's copy this icon button because that sorting icon will also be similar to this. So here this search icon, we will change this search icon to sort icon. So there are two ways we can get that sorting icon. Like we can use the Jetpack Compose libraries icons, and also there is a Android Studios icons. So I didn't find any sorting icon in this Jetpack Compose library. So I will take from the Android Studio. For that, in this, right click on this drawable folder, and here image vector, clip art, and here we will search sort, this sorting icon we will be needing. Okay, icon sort, next, finish. So as we can see, our icon sort has come in this drawable folder. So how we will access? We will use the painter parameter, and here we will say painter resource r dot drawable dot icon sort, and change this sort icon, and all these other two parameters will be same. So now let's minimize this emulator and see the changes in the preview. First we have to pass this top bar instead of the search bar. Here we will delete this search bar and pass top bar. Now let's see the changes. In this preview we can see there a sort icon has come up, but between after and before there is equal gap. So first let's go this top to this top app bar composable, and here why this is so, because we have used horizontal arrangement to space between, but what we need maximum space between this famous actor and these two icons, and these two icons should be side by side because without any gap. So how we can do this? We will delete this horizontal space between, and after this text we will use the spacer, and in this spacer we will give the weight to 1f. What this weight will do, it will take the maximum space in between this text and these two icons. So now we can see the changes. Now this is looking perfect because there is not much gap in this search icon and this sorting icon, and there is maximum gap between this same famous actor text and these two icons. So now what we will do, we will create a view model for keeping those state. For that, here let's create a new class, Kotlin class, famous actors view model, and we will extend this from view model. First we will create a data class in below this class for keeping all those states. In this data class we have taken these two values. First is the is search bar visible. This state will deal with that search bar, that is that visible or not. So this value will change during the use of app. So we have kept this in this state data class, and the other is that sort menu. So we will also keep deal with this state. Apart from these states, we will also keep track of all the users actions. For all the user section we keep in a sealed class, and we provide a different function, we create a different function for each user actions. Now let's first create a data sealed class for user sections. Here we have taken these three actions, like user can click on that search icon, and when that search icon will be visible, that user can also click on that close icon, and the last one is when there is also a sort icon, so user can also click on that sort icon. So we have kept all these actions in a sealed class. So first here in this view model we will create a variable state, and it will be of type mutable state of famous actors state. What this mutable state is, mutable means change, so this state can be changed, so that's why we have kept this in a mutable state. Now we will create a function called on action, and it will take user actions, and when user action, alt enter, add remaining branches. So like this we deal with all these users actions. So in our famous actors screen, in here we will access the view model famous actors view model, and our preview is giving error. So for that, let's pass the famous actors view model. Here we have kept this in a well. These state we will only read these states in this screen. So first let's go to this top app bar, and here there is a sort icon and there is a search icon. So and there is a on click function. So we will access this on click functions with the help of parameters. Like this, there will be two parameters, and we will join these two parameters with these two icons on sort clicked, and here on search click, on search click icon click. So in the top here we have to pass these two parameters like this. And also in the in that search bar, in this search bar there is a close icon. So we will also access this with the help of parameter. We will join this on close icon here, on close icon click. So how can we make that search bar visible? We can use an if else condition for that search bar. For that, here we will take if state dot is search bar visible. If this is true, then we will say we will use the search bar first, and if, and let's use this on click here like this. And if else, if this is false, then we will take this top app bar. Like this we will make visible that search bar. And here these three and these user action we will join with their respective functions in the view model. First we will, how we can join this on close click, we will access the view model dot on action user action dot close icon click. Like this we will join their with their function, this sort function clicked, and this search icon clicked. Like this we have joined these three actions with their respective user actions. So now when we have joined these, so here in this view model, these three functions, here we will do the work. Like what we will do, when we press on that close icon, first let's see the on search icon clicked. So what we will do, we will change the state. How? State dot copy. So what this copy will do, it will take the whole state data class and change only that value which we will change here, and all the other states value will be same. So here we will change that is search bar visible state. This state we will change, like here we will say is search bar visible to true. So when we click on this is search bar visible, so this state will become true. When this state become true, so here in this famous actor screen, so if this state will be true, then this search bar will come up. And how we can go again to that top app bar, like when we click on that close icon, like let's copy this and paste here. Here we can say to false, like this. So now let's run our app and see this functionality. Before running in this main activity, this will give error because we have to pass our view model. So let's create a view model instance and import this. This is the same dependency which we pasted in that Gradle file. So like this we can access and say this is our view model. So here we will pass in our screen this view model. So now this screen knows what its view model is, like this. Now let's run our app and see that bar functionality. Now let's click on this search icon. So our search bar has come up. So how this is happening? Like here when we click on this close icon, this close icon function will run. So here we will change this state to again to false. So like this. And when we click on this search icon, then this function will come up. Then this will say to true. So in this way this state is changing. And now let's zoom this a little bit, and here now we can see there is a animation called crossfade. So we will use that animation. What that animation will do, it will give a smooth transition. Like it will fade, and that's fade. First this top bar will fade away and that search bar will come up. So in this way there will be a smooth transition between these top bar and search bar. For that, in our famous actors screen, here we will say crossfade, and it is asking for target state, means what will be the state that will trigger this crossfade. So we will say state dot is search bar visible. So whenever this state will change, this crossfade will trigger. And we will also give animation spec to tween. So here we will give time to 500 millisecond, means half second. So in half second it will crossfade between these twos. So here let's cut these and paste here. So now we can say it to it, means if this state is true, then this search bar will come up, otherwise this top F bar will come up. So now let's run and see this transition, this crossfade animation. Like when we click on this, as we can see, there is a smooth transition between these two. So now it is looking more good. So now what we will deal with this search app bar. So now when we click on this keyboard keys, then nothing is showing, because here in this famous actor screen, when we go to this search app bar, here in this outline text field, we have provided blank value. So how we will change this value? So this is also an state. So we will also change this state, and there is this another parameter on value change. This what this on value change, this is the user action. So when user will give input through the keyboard, so how it will take the input. So in this on value change we deal with this. So for that we have to create two things, an user actions and also an state for keeping these values in a search text field, because this text in the text field will change whenever some user press the keyboard key. So we will deal with this. For that, in the view model, here in this state, data class state, we will create a new state, val search text. Here it will be of type string, and initially we will give a blank, because there will be no text at the initial state. So here like this, and here, and in this user action sealed class we will create a new action. So in this way we have created a data class, because whenever a user will press any keyboard key, then some character will come up with that user actions. So in this way we have taken that characters. So now in this user action class we will add this user action, and now let's join this user action with that on value change parameter. Here we will create two new parameters. So like this, there will be two new parameters. Here we will join this with this search text and on value change, on text change, and here we will take these strings. Here in this actors screen, let's use those parameters. So here in this on text change, we will connect this with our user action. So how? ViewModel dot on action user action dot text field input, and here we will that new text we will provide here, new text like this. So in this way this new text will go to that here in this function. So with that new user text, what we will do, we will change the state again. that search state to use user action dot text. So here whatever that text will come through the keyboard, it will save into this search text, and this search text initially it will be blank, so whenever with the help of that keyboard new text will come up, and we will save in this search text, this in this state. And here in this search text we will read that text, state dot search text. So like this we deal with this text field. So now let's run this. So here let's click on this search icon, and in this text field let's type some name DA, but this text is in black color, so let's change this text color also. So here in this outline text field there is a parameter called text style. Text style, here we will provide the color to white and font size to 18 sp. So now again let's run our app. Here let's click on this search icon and type some name. Now we can see this text is coming up in this search text bar. So one more time let's revisit how this is happening. In this search app bar there is a outline text field, and in this outline text field there is a parameter called on value change. So what this parameter this gives a string. What string means, when user click on the keyboards, then some new string will come up. So this on value change gave us a new string. So we have used this new string with the help of this it parameter in our parameter. So this parameter we have used here. So with this parameter we have joined this with the user actions function, and we have provided the new text to that function. Here in this view model we can see with this new text what we have done, we have changed the state of that search text field which was blank at the initial state. We are changing to the new text which are coming through the user sections, and again that search text we are reading here, that state we are reading here, and that search text in this search bar we are providing through the parameter, this to this value parameter. Like this is the cycle through which this text field is working. So now what we need that if some text will change, then this list will also change. For that, in our view model, first let's create a new state. So here in this data class we have created a new value of list. It is of type list of string, and at the initial stage we have provided the actors list, same actors list which are in this main activity, that whole list. And how we will change this list, here in this, when the new text will come up, we will create a new function, and we will join that function with this text field input. So whenever this text field input will change, that function will trigger. For that let's create a new function private function. In this function, what we have did, this function will take search query, and here in this actors we will filter this actors list, and we will check if that any item in that actors list contains search query which we passed through into this parameter, and we will ignore the case means that uppercase and lowercase. If we have typed L in the lowercase, and if any item has L in the uppercase, then it will match. So we have set ignore case to true, so it will match if that happens. And also we will take all those items which consist this search query and give it into this new list. And what we will do, we will change this state, that list to with the new state. So now let's join this function with our text field input. So here we will say, let's call this users function, and user query will be whatever the text will come with the user section with that input. So now let's run our app and see these changes. Let's click on this search icon and type T. Nothing is changing because we didn't connect list state this list state to our lazy column. So here in this lazy column we will read the list through the state.list. Now here in this lazy column, what it will do, it will take the list from the state and it will create the items only which that list in the state contains. So now let's run. Let's click on this search icon and type TOM. Like we can see, this list is changing, but we can optimize this thing. How? What now it is happening whenever some user type any key like TOM. What this is doing, whenever I click on that, any press on any key, it will instantly trigger search search actors in list function. But in reality, how we can optimize this, what we can do, we can use a delay function. So what that delay function will take, so whenever some user is typing some name, so first it will wait for an half second, like when some user is typing TOM, then if that user is take a pause of half second with that tom, then that search actors in list, that function will trigger. So for that, here we will create a new variable. So it will be of type job is a library in a coroutine. That delay function is a part of coroutine, that's why we are using this job. So what we will do here, whenever this text field input function will call, then what we will do, first we will cancel any job which is running, and now we will create a new job. Here first we will take a delay of 500 millisecond, then we will call our function. Here first, for checking that it is working, let's take 3 seconds here. Now let's run our app and see. So let's click on this search icon, and here now what will happen when I press on any key on the any keyboard, then this function will trigger. And what this function will do, first it will change the state of that text field, and then what it will do, first time there will be no search job, so it will that's why we have provided a null value. So it will cancel there is no job, so it will not cancel any job. So what it will do, then it will come here and it will take a delay, so it will wait for 3 seconds. Then if user don't type any key in that 3 second, then this user function will trigger. Now let's press T, and now we can see there is no change in the text field, but after 3 seconds this text field has changed. So what this is doing, it is taking a delay. So now let's press O and M. Now wait. Now see, now after 3 seconds it has changed. So when I pressed O in the keyboard, then this text field input function trigger. Then what it did, it cancelled the previous job, but there was no job because T that when I typed T, that function was completed. So I come up in this view model and start waiting for this delay function. But before completing this 3 second, again I typed the M. So what happened? This text field input function called, and that previous job that was waiting for 3 seconds for after pressing O, that was cancelled. And now because I have now pressed M, so again this is waiting for M. So now it has waited for 3 seconds, uh, then it has searched for that term. So in this way we will use the delay function. So we will just wait for 1 second or maybe half second. So here in this way we can optimize our application. So now let's run and see it's working properly or not. Now let's press this icon and here search TOM like this. So here we can see this list is changing, but now we will give this functionality because there is no search icon in this keyboard. We will provide a search icon in this keyboard, and also when we press on that search icon, this keyboard will go away and the focus from that search text field will also go away. So for that, in our famous actors screen, in our search app bar, here in this outline text field, in the last we will use two parameters. Like this, in this with the help of this keyboard options parameter, we will provide that IME action to search this. And with the help of this action, when we press on, we will deal with that pressing of that search icon here like this. And this on search, we will create a new parameter here and join this like this. Here we will access we will provide the functionality. Like this, we have created two new values. This keyboard controller we will access with the help of this class, but this class is giving error. It is saying experimental, so we will provide an annotation here like this. And this focus manager we will use with the help of this class. And how? Here what we will do, we will say keyboard controller dot hide. So whenever keyboard search icon clicked, then we will hide the keyboard. And also focus manager dot clear focus, we will clear our focus from that text field. So now let's run and see the changes. Now let's click on this and type CHR here. When we now we can see there is a search icon in our keyboard, and when we press on this search icon, then our focus has been cleared from our text field, and also that keyboard has been hide. So now we have to give one more functionality, that when we press on this close icon, then what it should do, first it should clear this text, all the text here, and then when I press again on that close icon, then it will change to top app bar. But what now it is doing, it is changing to that top app bar in single click. So now let's do this. For that, in that search app bar, in this close icon on click, what we will do, we will say, with the help of if else, we will say text if search text dot is not empty. Agar, if that search text field is not empty, then what we will do, we will say on text change, and we will provide blank value. Then what it will do, first it will clear that whole text like this. In this parameter we have provided a blank string value if we press first time, and if that is already blank, and then what we will do, we will say on close icon clicked. Simply with this thing we can achieve that. Now let's run our app. Let's click on this search icon and type TOM. Now when I press on this close icon, then it should clear this text like this, we can see. And now again when I click on this search close icon, then this search bar will go away. So this is working perfectly. Now we will provide functionality to our on this sorting icon. So for that, here in our top app bar, we have to create a drop down menu. Like this we will create a drop down menu, and there is a composable function drop down menu, and in that we will use drop down menu items. So first item will be this simple text sort A to Z, and second one will be sort Z to A, and third item will be no sort. For this drop down menu we have to use our state, and there will be two user sections. First user action will be click on this sort icon, and other action will be on dismiss. If user click on anywhere else on the screen, then this menu drop down menu will go away. For that, in this user sections class we will create two more actions. First action is already there, and let's create second option, sort menu dismiss, and we will use this state to change the sort menu visibility. So here in our when class, after this sort icon clicked, there will be a user action dot sort icon dismiss, sort menu dismiss. If user click on that sort icon, what we will do, we will change the state to state dot copy is sort menu visible to true, and here state dot is equal to state dot copy is sort menu visible to false. If user click anywhere else, then we will provide the false value. So now let's read this value in our actors screen. So here let's create a new parameter is, and let's join this with this expanded state, and also create a new and let's join this on sort menu dismiss like this. So and let's also use this on, let's replace with on sort icon clicked. So now we will provide the these three parameters functionality. In this search app bar, there is a, not in the search app bar, in the top app bar is sort menu visible state dot is sort menu visible on sort menu dismiss. We will join this with the, its respective parameter function, user action dot on sort menu dismiss. So like this, we have joined these two these two on sort icon clicked with this on sort icon clicked function, and this on sort menu dismiss with this on sort menu dismiss. And in our view model, what we have did in these two functions, we have only changed the state of on sort menu visible to true or false. And here again, in this on is sort menu visible, we are just reading that state. So now let's run our app and see these changes. Let's click on this sort icon. Here we can see this sort menu has come up. If I click again on this anywhere else on our screen like this sort menu will go away. So now we will give the functionality of clicking this sort menu items. So how we will do? First, in our top bar, we will create three new parameters and attach to their items. Like this, we have created three new parameters, and let's attach these parameters with these on click. Here on sort item A to Z clicked, and here on sort items Z to A clicked, and here on sort item none clicked. So like this, and we will give the functionality above in our screen. So now what we have to do, we have to create a new state, one more state and one more action. For that, in our state class, we will create a new state. What that state will be, it will hold the sort type. It will be of sort type, but there is no sort type, so we will create an enum class that will tell us the different sort type. We will create three types of sort, Z to A, like this. And initially we will give sort type to none, this. And in our user action, one more action we will add is that user can click on any of those three items. So that action will be in the data class sort item clicked. Whenever user will click, we will take the sort types, that which sort type user has clicked. In our on action function, that add remaining branches, this on sort type clicked, we will use when user action dot sort type, user action dot type. If that type will be none, then what we will do, we will create a new function sort actors list none. Let's create a new function. So what this function will do, it will do, it will just take the state and copy simply the list to actors list, that again that main actors list. And if I click on this A to Z item, then I will trigger the another function, sort actors list A to Z. In this function, what we will do, we will take that actors list and we will use this sorted function. This sorted function will sort the items in the natural order, that means A to Z. So we will take in a new list and we will provide that new list to our state like this. So let's create a new function also similar to this one, and let's take to Z to A. And here what we will just simply reverse this sorted list, means first it will sort the list to A to Z, then we will reverse that to Z to A. So again we will provide our new list to this state, and let's connect this function to our sort type Z to A like this. And one more thing we need to do this, if I click on this sort item like A to Z, then if I click, then that menu should also go away. So for that beside this providing the new list to our state, we will also change the is sort visible value to false, because we need to make that menu invisible. For that we will provide false value here and also here and here also. Now we can see the preview. Let's click on this sort menu, sort icon, and this sort menu will come up. If I press on A to Z sort item like this, but this is not changing. That's why, because we haven't just linked those items with these functions. For that if user click on this item, then we will say it is of type A to Z, and let's copy it. Now let's run our app. Now let's click on this search sort menu, sort icon, and click on this sort A to Z. Now this list, our list has been sorted to A to Z. And also we can see when I clicked on this any of these items, this sort menu will also go away. Let's say it to Z to A. Now we can see first it is has sorted backward, like we can see. And also if I say to a sort menu to none, no sort, then what it will do, it will give us the original list of actors. Like this we have created our beautiful app. So this is all we will do. Thanks for watching.